Yo, what is popping, guys? We are finally here with season 6 of the ITL, which is my own league, basically. You guys know it from my channel. I uploaded seasons 4 and 5, I think. I won 2 titles in this league. Made it to finals in season 4, I think, yeah, in season 4, and then, like, made it to the semis in season 5. And now we're back in season 6. We're trying to dethrone Gypsy King as the champion of the ITL. I definitely want to win this thing, obviously. And yeah, I'm here with my team builder for week 1. The battle will go up whenever my man Tyler has recorded it for me. We have already played, obviously, but this is my team builder. I will cover what I brought for week 1. It should be very fun because I built a very, very, very good team that I feel like has a terrific matchup versus my opponent, and we'll definitely be able to put in the work versus him. Um, I hope you guys like watched my draft analysis video where I like covered all my mons in my squad. So like Mega Venusaur, Tapu Fini and shit like that. A very bulky squad, but the squad definitely suits my style. So I would say let's hop right into the team builder. My opponent's team are facing Davion, aka NoivernNation, very good friend of mine, long time competitor in the ITL. And he has a very interesting team. He's got the Mega God of War, which is obviously one of the biggest threats in the format. He's got Heatran Garchomp as one of his Z move users, which is kind of terrifying because the Garchomp actually is a very very good wall breaker versus my squad. He's got the Melodic, Komala, Jolteon, Virizion, Drapion, Masquerain, Combustion, Klefki. So there's a lot of hazard potential on the squad, but I can easily deal with that because I have a very very reliable defogger and the Tapu Fini. So looking at his team, I decided I definitely want to bring like a balanced build, a very bulky squad because looking at these mons that like are really threatening offensively, he can't break my team at all. Like Mega Gardevoir is easily checked by my Metagross that I will bring. Garchomp obviously can get 1 kill, but that's it because then -1 always comes in and revenges. If it's like an SD variant, Scarf or Bandit, I have easily covered, or most of the time covered, which will be a problem. And then like offensively he has the Heatran, which I have like 2 fat water types that can switch into it. He has a Jolteon, which obviously is easily checked by -1. And that's basically it with his offensive threats. Like obviously Virizion could be annoying with the calm mindset or an SD variant, but like it can't really break through Mega Venusaur, for example. So I feel like if I bring a very solid wall core, he will have trouble breaking it unless like he forces hazards on me and someone gets rid of my Fini before I can defog, which I probably won't allow. So if I like play my cards correctly, I'm very confident that he can't break my wall core. And looking at his team, obviously, as you see the first mon on my team is the Mamoswine. He doesn't have any switch in 40 Mamo. Like his his best answer is like a Scarf Heatran to catch it off guard and then like Revenge Kill with Flash Cannon or something, or like a Melodic. But a Melodic is actually 2 hit KO but after rocks, even if it's lefties and max physical attack. So Mamoswine here, the God, Earthquake, Ice Shot, Ice Crash, and Stealth Rock. I couldn't afford to run Stealth Rock on my Metagross this week because I have to run on the Salt as variant. So Stealth Rock on my Mamoswine, but I don't need any more coverage than Earthquake and Ice Shot and Ice Crash. Obviously, Ice Shot is here to like pick off a weak Virizion. Like Ice Shot, I think does 85% to an uninvested Virizion or something. So like I just have to weaken it a little bit now to pick it off. Garchomp obviously, if it comes, it will probably be a Yachi Berry variant. It's the only thing that makes sense versus my team. But besides that, like I can easily pick it off if I get rid of the Yachi or like just weaken it to like 60% because even then like Life of Adamant Ice Shard will like probably knock out the Garchomp through the Yachi Berry. And besides that, like he has no switch into Earthquake. Klefki gets O-Code, Combustion gets O-Code, Masquerain obviously can't take an Ice Crash on Ice Shot. Drapion O-Code, Jolteon O-Code, Komala if it's not physically defensive O-Code. Melodic 2 KO and Gardevoir and Heatran obviously can't switch in either. So Mamoswine here, like Adam and Life Orb just plows through his team. If I get it in safely on stuff like Jolteon, for example, I can just get a kill. Like every time Mamoswine comes in, I get a kill. Especially if I get rocks up earlier, it's like it's that simple. The speed tier to like or to like find the right speed tier was kinda iffy because like usually you wanna outspeed stuff like Heatran so you don't get revenge by a Flash Cannon or something. You wanna outspeed like an uninvested Gardevoir, which I actually do. You don't want to be slower than like a Davion, so you have to invest a little. I run more speed than I usually would like to, but I feel like if my opponent brings a very bulky Gardevoir, which actually makes sense, whereas my Walcott can like Calm Mind, Wish, Protect, Gardevoir can actually um, beat my Aloe type of Phoenicore. Even Mega Venusaur, if it gets up too many Calm Minds, can potentially beat that as well. So I have to like make sure that I outspeed and can revenge kill it with the Earthquake. Like even if he like brings a Pursuit Drapion, he can get rid of my Metagross potentially if I don't get to pass wishes into it and keep it healthy. And then like Gardevoir is a very good matchup with me. And I want to make sure that I don't lose to a very bulky Gardevoir, so that's why I have to run a lot of speed on my Mamoswine. Mm. The rest of the rest of the moves are like pretty self-explanatory. I think like HP so that I take minimum life of recall and then like some speed death. And also take some hits better from stuff like Jillian or something. I think I take 2 life of Shadow Balls or something with this investment from full, so I can potentially always switch into it. Next up, I got my Metagross. I felt like that was a mon I needed to bring. Meteor Mash, Pursuit, Earthquake, and Bullet Punch. Just because like Mega Gardevoir, I don't want to lose to it. I don't want it to let I don't want to let it get a kill whenever it comes in. So I have the Metagross here with the Pursuit. If it's like an offensive Gardevoir, Pursuit will do 50 to 60%, and that will easily put it in range for any other attack. So um, I can just trap it and get some damage off, and it will force him like once I reveal the Pursuit, I obviously don't kill it, but it will force him to like make some doubles so Gardevoir can't get don't get doesn't get trapped again. Forces him to like wish potentially up if it's an offensive variant. Forces him to like really play carefully around his Gardevoir, with his Gardevoir obviously. Pursuit, I don't really need it versus anything else, but it could be nice. Like for Volt switching Jolteon, it's kind of slow. I can potentially knock that out with the Pursuit if I get like weaken it to like 50% or something. Meteor Mash is just a nice step in general, like his Steel Resist, Hydran, and Milotic, which like and obviously Combustion, but Hydran and Combustion can't take an Earthquake well. And like obviously I can't touch Milotic even if I run like Thunder Punch over Bullet Punch. I would never 2KO that thing even with the Adamant Nature, so I didn't even bother putting like a coverage move for that on there. I'd much rather have the Bullet Punch to potentially even revenge kill a weakened Garchomp or revenge kill a Mega Gardevoir before it can shit on me or something. Revenge killing like um, a Masquerain, a Virizion, like all of that could be nice because like Bullet Punch actually does quite a lot to some of his like um, weaker mons on the physically defensive side. So Bullet Punch is nice to have, like just to make sure I don't get swept by anything if I'm not able to knock it out with one hit, and then like I have to like Bullet Punch it in order to um, in order to like just revenge kill it obviously. The EVs are here that in HP, I have enough EVs that with the Assault Vest, I'm never 2 KO'd by Mega Gardevoir's HP Fire, even if it's modest after 2 Rock Switches. So I can come in on Rocks, take the HP Fire, pursue it, and I can come in on Rocks again, take the HP Fire if he predicts, and pursue him again or Bullet Punch him. So that's like, I felt like that was kind of important. I even take shit like a Flamethrower from Heatran, unless it's like Specs or something. I can't take Scouts very well. I can't take hits from Jolteon fairly well unless it's Specs. Like Specs Shadow Ball still would do like 50%, which is kind of wild. But besides that, I can take most hits fairly well. I have a lot of speed on here because I want to be able to outspeed a Heatran if it's uninvested. I want to make sure that I like if he wants to speed grip my Mega Venusaur with his Heatran, for example, he would go to like 101 or 102 speed, and then like I can potentially like just speed grip that and kill it with the Earthquake um, before it can revenge kill me. Obviously, I have to play this Metagross fairly conservatively. I feel like I can't risk like being faster or slower early in the game versus a Heatran. Because I need it for the Mega Gardevoir. I just want to make sure that I always keep Metagross healthy. So I will try to like even after like only taking one Hyper Voice, I will try to like um, wish pass potentially into Metagross if the time is right. For example, on a Jillian Volt Switch or something. So next up, obviously talking about wish passing, I got my girl Mallory here, the other Momola. In like if you had you asked me like 2 years ago, I would have said Alomola is complete trash. It's obviously super passive and shit like that, but this thing is actually like on my team that I drafted, like it works so well, like because it keeps the rest of the squad super healthy with the wishes. Checks some certain stuff that like my other mons can't deal too well with. For example, the guard jump. This thing here is my guard jump switch, and I can take 2 earthquakes even from life of guard jump. After rocks and lefties, I'm pretty sure. Unless it's like adamant or something, and I can always like at least 2-hit KO with the ice beam. That's why I have 92 EVs in special attack. I 2-hit KO 20 EVs, 20 HP EVs guard jump, guaranteed. I think after not even after rocks, I think from full. So I can always like go into Alon as my initial switch and just fire off an ice beam, and then like revenge kill with the Mammoth one in case he has like a Yachi berry. So that will be my initial switch into the guard jump. It also checks heat ramp fairly well, unless like a power up solar beam set. It can take a hyper voice from Gardevoir. That's why I have like the investment in special defense to guaranteed take 1 hyper voice from Mega Guard. It obviously like lures in the Jolteon because Jolteon like has solid staff and doesn't take much from Ice Beam. That's why I have Waterfall here. I just want to be able to potentially break a substitute on some stuff, for example from the Drapion or something if it wants to get wild on me. Just more reliable than Scald. Like obviously Scald gets you burn on some physical attackers, but it's not that important. I feel like I just much rather have the Waterfall to break a heat trend sub, for example. Like sub-toxic heat trend could be super annoying versus my team if you like plays around the misty terrain correctly. So I want to be able to always break a sub on the trend and do like massive, do solid damage to whatever wants to switch. And like even Gardevoir takes like 30 to 40% from a Waterfall, which is a solid chunk. Like it really helps me chipping down some of his mons. I obviously can't touch Melodic, but besides that, I do a solid amount of damage to most of his mons. Like obviously Virizion kind of walls the set because Icewind won't do too much, but Virizion doesn't have recovery, so any chip would be nice. Don't need any speed on this mon because I don't need to outspeed the Combustion, because even if Combustion wants to set up in my face, I can 2-KO with Waterfall. It isn't a problem unless it's a bulky Firelight set that like wants to Baton Pass or something. But then again, it's like it shouldn't be a big deal at all to big body Alomomola here. Next up, I bring actually a mod that I'm really hyped for that I can't bring it. It's the Tauros, my boy here, with the life of sheer force set, obviously enough speed to outrun a max speed Garchomp. No, a max speed Virizion. Max attack and like 12 EVs in special attack. This allows me actually to OHKO uninvested Garchomp after rocks with Blizzard 100% of the time, which is kind of wild because it's coming from a 40 base special attack, but like that's like just sheer force life of it hits stupidly hard. Rock Climb the Earthquake actually 2-hit KO his entire squad. Gardevoir is OHKO'd by Rock Climb. Heat Tread OHKO'd by Earthquake. Garchomp can't take 2 Rock Climbs unless it's like completely physically defensive. Melodic is actually 2-hit KO'd after rocks by Rock Climb. Komala can't take it. Jolteon gets shit on. Also Pursuit here just in case he wants to like switch out his Gardevoir versus me. I can like potentially make the prediction, which would be nice for sure. Virizion can't take a Rock Climb. Drapion can't take 2. Masquerain can't take anything. Klefki is obviously OHKO'd by Earthquake, or 2-KO'd by Earthquake obviously. And like Combust can't take shit. So that's kind of wild. Like the Tauros actually has really solid breaking power. Rock Climb normal step is just so good versus my opponents to see like he has 1 Steel type and Heat Trend, 1 in Klefki, and the rest of his mons are just like getting shit on by Rock Climb and can just like run enough coverage for Heat Trend Klefki with the Earthquake to dunk on stuff. Like it's even if like Mammoth Swine goes down after like ice shotting a Garchomp and then like popping his Yachi berry, Tauros can always come in and revenge, which is really nice versus my opponent. Yeah, I think it's a fairly self-explanatory set. Normally I would have run Body Slam over Rock Climb, but my Jenna, shout out to Aaron 2420 or something. He like told me that Body Slam and Sheer Force is not compatible, so had to like switch up moves and I put Pursuit on it just because it could be nice with Gardevoir. My boy Gypsy King taught me the art of Pursuit trapping, and I'm hyped to like potentially trap some stuff with Tauros and Metagross here. So yeah, shout out to that. Next up, I got my boy Mega Venusaur here. Obviously a really solid mon versus my opponent. If you have a closer look, like nothing can really break it. besides the NISD guard jump and potentially like offensive Heatran Gardevoir, obviously. I take even a Psychic and a Side Shock from Modest Gardevoir after rocks. I'm fairly sure, so I can always like come in potentially in Revenge with the Sludge Bomb if like everything breaks down. I take hits from Garchomp, obviously Bandit or Life of Earthquake would 2-hit KO, but I really expect it to be Yachi Berry or Z Crystal user, so I'm not too afraid of that thing. It was Komala, it was Melodic, it was Jilteon easily, it was Virizion unless it's like SD Zen Headbutt, but that ain't really a set and I can like just pick it off with an Ice Shot after weakening it. It was the Drapion. I don't think it's 2 KO'd by Masquerain unless it's like a life up attacker or something with the air slash. It can take these hits fairly well. It absolutely shuts down Combustion. Combustion can't touch me at all unless it like gets to +4 and hits me with a Brave, but I'm pretty sure I can even live that, so that's kind of wild. It's also my switch into Klefki because obviously I can't really touch it with my dual step and I have Leech Seed to wear it down. But Davion, my boy, he has shown a tendency of running like switcheroo Klefki with the lagging tail or something, which I really seem to enjoy. And like Venusaur obviously can't be switcheroo, and then I can like proceed to Leech Seed spam. Leech Seed plus Giga Drain with the investment I have actually guarantees me the 2-hit KO on my Melodic after rocks and Leech Seed damage. Giga Drain always 2-hit KO, so I can like just come in mm, and like beat Melodic 1v1 because my squad actually doesn't deal too well with Melodic unless I get rocks up and hit it with the Mammoth Swine. If my opponent makes the aggressive plane goes hard into Melodic on my Mammoth Swine, which would be obviously not a good play because Melodic is like too weak to take 2 Adamant Earthquakes up the rock. So if you like places Melodic conservatively, I have to like always go into Mega Venusaur to like just shut him down. But I could potentially see him not bring Melodic just because Mega Venusaur like is just a big threat to him. Like the only way to touch him like it would be Scald Burning me and then like Mirror Coating me or something, and then he would have to like give up on Toxic or something or on Recovery on Ice Beam, and that like just makes it too weak. Like Melodic versus a team with Tapu Fini and Mega Venusaur doesn't feel too well. I think like I don't really see it coming. I know he will bring Gardevoir, Heatran, and Garchomp, but the rest is kind of up in the air. I could see Melodic, I could see Jilteon, but it's like kind of iffy. I think he has a very bad matchup, which will make it tough for him to find a way to beat me. I just put here 28 speed EVs on there because I didn't need any more bulk on my Venusaur, so I just like make sure that I potentially don't get speed crap by a Heatran. Like 28 EVs is a solid benchmark to hit, I feel. And the last one I bring this week is my Tapu Fini, Moonblast, Nature's Madness, Surf, and Defog. I considered having Taunt on there, but I didn't really want to miss out on Moonblast and Surf, and Nature's Madness is just nice to get some chip out on something. The Defog obviously was needed because my opponent could run a very hazard heavy approach with me, with the Klefki, with the Masquerain, with the Drapion. Like he has so many monsters that get access to hazards, and I definitely want to make sure that I defog this stuff away. Um, I have enough speed to outrun an uninvested Drapion by a couple points. Like even if it like runs 12 EVs, I can outrun it and hit it with a Moonblast or Nature's Madness potentially before it can like knock me out with a Poison Jab or something. So I can always like get some chip on there. Um, yeah, like the like attacks I kind of felt like I needed Surf. I didn't want to be hard walled by Tran because like Tapu Fini actually is my initial switch into Heatran most of the time, and like I just want to make sure that I can hit everything. Like don't want to like let Klefki like get wild with Calm Minds or some shit. So I decided to like have Surf and Nature's Madness and the Moonblast on there just so I cover every option. Taunt obviously would have been nice versus Melodic, but I felt like I don't really need it because I have the Mega Venusaur that will always come in on my Melodic anyway. So why even bother with that, I felt. So yeah, that's a squad. I don't really remember what the EVs are for. I think like I think I can take a Z Earthquake from Garchomp 100% of the time after rocks. Um, can take some hits from Gardevoir. I'm never 2-hit KO'd by Psyshock, I think, and I'm never um, yeah, I think I'm never 2-hit KO'd by Psyshock, which is nice. Obviously Hyper Voice will 2-hit KO me because like maybe Gardevoir is stupid, but besides that, like Tapu Fini, as you see, like it walls the Combusken easily, walls the Masquerain, walls Warzi Komala, unless it's like Bandit Woodhammer, it can come in on my Melodic, chip down with the Nature's Madness, force it to recover up. It can take a hit from the Garchomp, can take a hit from the Heatran. I think Moonblast actually is could be a guaranteed OHKO after some chip or something. I think the 76 EVs have some. Um, I think they have like I can't any I can't, probably can't something that like I needed 76 special attack EVs for, but I don't really remember because I built the team like 2 weeks ago. Now we're finally playing, so yeah, that's a squad. I feel like it's a very good squad. I had really fun building it. I feel like it will put in quite a lot of work with my opponent, and yeah, it should be a good one to kick off the season for sure. Playing Davion is always fun because he always brings some very interesting sets. Not necessarily bad sets or good sets, but always like he has something up his sleeve. So that's gonna be fun for sure. And hopefully we can kick off the season with a win. The battle will go up whenever my boy Tyler actually gets me the recording of the battle. So be out for that. And yeah, catch you in the next video. See ya.